Hey guys, it's Eli the Tree Guy here today. We're going to be talking about reconnecting with nature. That's right, all around us in small tracts of land in urban areas, there are plenty of opportunities for us to learn about nature and reconnect with the natural world. Today guys, I'm going to teach you how to reignite your passion for nature using your 5 senses. That's right, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And I'm going to be trying to find 5 different organisms in this local park that help us do that. Let's begin. For smell, we have the black walnut seed husk, and these are cool because it's almost a little bit citrusy. These are really unique trees. You can actually make a maple syrup equivalent out of them. The wood is dark and chocolatey and often used for wood craftsmanship. The shells inside here actually contain pigments that you can use for dyes. And you can actually eat the walnuts itself and use black walnut for medicinal purposes. So you've got that tree here, you've got this large tree here. That canopy is so wide and spreading, it leaves a lot of light to come through to grassy areas in the understory. So really cool tree, unique smell too if you find it on the ground. So for touch, I'm actually going to start off with something that we don't touch, namely this large poison ivy vine right behind me. It is about 5 inches in diameter and it is loaded with an oil called urushiol. Now that's the oil that actually causes the skin reaction on you. And thinking about interacting with nature, right? Obviously I wouldn't want to touch this, but it just goes to show that all these different plants and animals can have an impact on us in really unique ways. All right, so now we get to taste, and here we have a black haw. This is a native shrub tree, depending on how you look at it. And in this time of year, they have these berries that turn a nice purple, and they kind of have a taste similar to like a raisin or a prune. I'm gonna try to find one that's not, cracked. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty dull. But I'd imagine if I'd come here, a week or two earlier, it may have been a little more tasty. It's got a unique little flat seed, so it's fun to kind of rotate in your mouth, but you'll see these in the understory in the eastern United States. Really cool plant, and if you get the opportunity to collect a berry or two, maybe go plant one, help with some wildlife. In terms of sight, nature offers a lot of visual interest, from flowers to trees, but sometimes it's the small things that can really catch your eye. For sights here, we have the carrion beetle, a big group of them actually, that are feasting on some sort of carcass here, maybe left behind by a predator. So when we think about a proper and healthy ecosystem, it's really important to have bugs just like these that are going to clean up any dead carrion and anything that could carry disease or any sort of infections for other animals that inhabit this area. And of course for sound, how can you not appreciate the calming ripple of the small stream? Of course, and with streams like these comes overstory trees that hang right over the stream. And behind me here we have the American sycamore, one of the largest trees of the eastern United States. Even in these highly urban areas, the ancestral lineage of these native trees continues, and they thrive in these wetland type environments. And it's really neat to think about, even as we get more urbanized, even as it's more difficult to understand, where we've come from, as we lose a lot of our ancestral knowledge about the landscape, land management, interacting with nature, we can come back to a place just like this and see the American sycamore where it all started, with a tree that eventually created the London plane tree that we now use in urban landscapes everywhere. In a world filled with ever technical demands, with increasingly stringent legislation, with all sorts of things that just take up our mental space, getting back out in nature can be a really healing activity that can bring a lot of joy to your life. Learning to identify the plants and animals in nature helps you to enjoy that experience even more. This is Eli the Tree Guy with Canopy Cast. I'll see you next time.